Did you know that Cleopatra's tomb has not been found yet? For over 2,000 years, her final resting place has remained one of history's greatest mysteries. But now, a new discovery might change everything. Today, we'll explore the mysteries of Egypt's pharaohs, from their rise to the legendary fall of Egypt. What did it take to become a pharaoh? Who was the first ruler of this ancient civilization, and why do they hold the title Lord of Two Lands? These and more fascinating questions will be covered as we dive deep into the world of ancient Egypt, culminating in the latest efforts to uncover Cleopatra's elusive tomb. In the end, we will discover how we can apply the lessons to our modern lives. Let's get started. But before talking about the pharaohs, let's talk about what the pharaohs were and how they were chosen. The title pharaoh comes from the Egyptian phrase per-ah, meaning great house. Originally referring to the royal palace, it became synonymous with the ruler themselves during the New Kingdom. Pharaohs were seen not just as kings but as living gods, tasked with maintaining Ma'at, the cosmic order. This divine authority allowed them to rule both the physical and spiritual realms of Egypt, bridging the gap between mortals and deities. Becoming a pharaoh required power, strategy, and sometimes ruthless ambition. Most pharaohs ascended to the throne as children or teenagers, inheriting their divine roles early in life. This choice was not always based on being the firstborn. Potentially, it could be any son from any wife. There was no inviolable procedure that had to be adhered to, and the choice was solely in the hands of the current ruler. Pharaoh's primary responsibility: maintaining Ma'at, the delicate balance of the universe. This included ensuring the Nile's fertility, overseeing massive building projects, and leading military campaigns. So, if most pharaohs ascended to the throne, who was then the first pharaoh? Scientists still argue about this, but a widely accepted theory is that Egypt's first pharaoh was Narmer, or Menes, who united Upper and Lower Egypt around 3100 BCE. This monumental achievement earned him the title Lord of Two Lands, symbolized by the double crowns, red for Lower Egypt and white for Upper Egypt. Narmer's reign marked the beginning of one of the world's greatest civilizations, setting a precedent for pharaohs to come as leaders, warriors, and divine figures. Let's take a look at the most famous pharaohs. Egypt's long history is filled with legendary rulers whose stories still captivate us today. How many other pharaohs do you know? 1, 2, or 3? Let's briefly meet some of the most iconic first: Tutankhamun, who reigned from 1332 to 1323 BCE. Known as the Boy King, Tutankhamun restored Egypt's traditional polytheistic worship after his predecessors' religious reforms. Ascending the throne at around 8 or 9 years old, he ruled for just a decade before his mysterious death at the age of 18 or 19. His tomb, discovered in 1922 by Howard Carter, revealed a treasure trove that stunned the world, from golden masks to ornate chariots. Next, Ramses II, who ruled from 1279 to 1213 BCE. Ramses the Great ruled for 66 years, overseeing colossal projects like the temples at Abu Simbel and leading Egypt to victory in the Battle of Kadesh. He's remembered not only for his military prowess, but for his ability to maintain internal stability during a long and prosperous reign. Finally, Cleopatra VII, who ruled from 51 to 30 BCE. The last pharaoh of Egypt, Cleopatra was as much a diplomat as she was a queen. Her alliances with Julius Caesar and Mark Antony were strategic moves to protect Egypt from Roman domination. Her tragic end marked the fall of Egypt as an independent civilization, but her legacy endures as one of history's most enigmatic figures. So what happened to ancient Egypt and their powerful rulers? Egypt's decline began during the late period, from 664 to 332 BCE, as it faced invasions from Assyrians, Persians, and eventually Alexander the Great in 332 BCE. Under Greek rule, Cleopatra emerged as a shrewd and charismatic leader. Her alliance with Julius Caesar and later Mark Antony aimed to restore Egypt's independence, but her defeat at the Battle of Actium in 31 BCE marked the end. Following her death, Egypt became a province of the Roman Empire. Egypt's decline began during the late period, from 664 to 332 BCE, as it faced invasions from Assyrians, Persians, and eventually Alexander the Great in 332 BCE. Under Greek rule, Cleopatra emerged as a shrewd and charismatic leader. Her alliance with Julius Caesar and later Mark Antony aimed to restore Egypt's independence, but her defeat at the Battle of Actium in 31 BCE marked the end. Following her death, Egypt became a province of the Roman Empire. Now let's explore Cleopatra's tomb, the ultimate mystery. Cleopatra's life ended in tragedy, but her story didn't end there. Ancient texts suggest she and Mark Antony were buried together, but their tomb has never been found. Dr. Kathleen Martinez, a modern-day archaeologist with a passion for solving this 2,000-year-old mystery, might have found the final clue. Her theory? Cleopatra wasn't buried in Alexandria, as many believe, but in the temple of Taposiris Magna, a site dedicated to the goddess Isis, with which Cleopatra identified strongly. Dr. Martinez has spent nearly 2 decades exploring this site. She's uncovered incredible artifacts, coins bearing Cleopatra's image, a statue likely depicting the Queen, and most recently a 1,305-metre tunnel beneath the temple, a feat of ancient engineering. This tunnel, partially submerged due to centuries of earthquakes, may lead to Cleopatra's tomb. Dr. Martinez is even working with legendary ocean explorer Robert Ballard to investigate submerged ruins nearby. The challenges are immense. Blocked tunnels, unstable underwater conditions, and layers of history obscured by time. Yet Dr. Martinez remains undeterred, believing she's closer than ever to uncovering Cleopatra's resting place. So, what can we learn from Egypt's legacy? Egypt's pharaohs ruled with wisdom, strategy, and resilience, leaving lessons we can apply today. First, leaving a legacy, the Great Pyramids. The Great Pyramids of Giza, constructed during the Old Kingdom, are enduring testaments to the power of vision and planning. These massive structures required decades of labor, advanced engineering techniques, and centralized leadership to complete. Pharaohs like Khufu didn't just build monuments. They created symbols that have represented Egypt for over 4,500 years. Modern application. Consider the legacy of public works like the Golden Gate Bridge or the Eiffel Tower. These structures serve as lasting symbols of innovation and identity for their respective nations, much like the pyramids did for ancient Egypt. Second, strategic alliances. Cleopatra's diplomacy. Cleopatra's alliances with Julius Caesar and Mark Antony were not merely romantic. They were calculated moves to protect Egypt's sovereignty. For example, her relationship with Caesar secured Egypt against threats from Rome and enabled her to strengthen Egypt's economy through grain trade. Similarly, her alliance with Mark Antony was an attempt to create a strong Eastern bloc against Octavian. Modern application. Think of international trade agreements like the European Union. Strategic partnerships between nations create economic stability and foster mutual growth, much like Cleopatra aimed to achieve for Egypt. Lastly, resilience. The rediscovery of Tutankhamun's tomb. Despite being hidden for centuries, the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb in 1922 by Howard Carter is a testament to resilience. Carter persisted for years in the Valley of the Kings despite numerous setbacks, eventually uncovering one of the most intact royal tombs ever found. Modern application resilience is vital in innovation. Elon Musk's repeated failures with SpaceX launches eventually led to groundbreaking achievements in space travel, echoing the perseverance required to uncover Egypt's lost treasures. And that's a wrap for today's episode. What are your thoughts? Did you already know all these fascinating pharaohs? Or did something surprise you? Do you think we'll ever uncover Cleopatra's elusive tomb? And of the lessons we explored from ancient Egypt, which one resonated with you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more captivating journeys into history and beyond. See you next time.